Tonight we had many news pieces released, and this is going to be on the brand new advanced pack from Rush Duel with the Defiant Soul support, the brand new Sparkhearts, and Great Moth. So let's start off with the Defiant Souls and let's get into it. First up, we have a brand new level 5 Wind Zombie Ritual Effect monster being Gygust Velger, the Defiant Soul Clad Sword, with 2000 attack and 0 defense. No requirements, and during your turn, this card gains 1000 attack. If the soul phrase, the Defiant Soul, is in your graveyard, this card cannot be destroyed by effects. This is really useful, being able to have destruction prevention against effects, and honestly, that's a lot of rush duels, so seeing that on this card for 2000 attack is really nice. Next up, we have the Sulfuradu, or Sulfura Ruda. I'm going to butcher a lot of these names. The Defiant Soul Clad Scripture is a level 3 Wind Zombie Ritual Effect monster with 1200 attack and 0 defense, and there's no requirements. And when a monster is destroyed by the attack of your monster whose original type is zombie, inflict 200 damage to your opponent, times the highest level monster in your graveyard. If Gygust the Defiant Soul is in your graveyard, this card in defense position cannot be destroyed by battle. Overall, this is a good continuous effect to have on the field, so you can attack over with many times with your main other monsters, especially like the new Modorn, the Skullcrag Knight, a level 7 Wind Zombie Effect monster with 2000 attack and 0 defense. And you can tribute this card in attack position by tributing one zombie monster. Requirement is to send the top card of the deck to the graveyard, and it allows you to choose one face-up Wind Zombie monster on your field and have it gain 400 attack times the number of face-up zombie monsters on your field until the end of the turn. So boosting it up by 1200 max. So really 3200 attack for both of these is really useful. Then we have Gifor, the Defiant Soul. It is a level 3 Wind Zombie Effect monster, 1400 attack and 0 defense. This is literally just Castlevania at this point. This card's name is treated as Gygust, the Defiant Soul, while in the graveyard. The requirement is send the top card of your deck to the graveyard. Okay. Increase this card's level by 1 until the end of the turn. Then you can choose one level 5 Gygust the Defiant Soul in your graveyard and either add it to your hand or special summon it to your field face up. So it plays around being able to summon itself back from the graveyard, which is understandable. And then we also have the Sopla, the Skullcrag Princess. She's a level 3 Wind Zombie Effect monster with 1200 attack and 0 defense, and during your main phase that this card was normaled or special summoned, send the top card of your deck to the graveyard. Then you can choose one level 3 zombie monster with 1200 attack in your graveyard, or one Skullcrag Incursion and add it to your hand, but for the rest of the turn you cannot activate the effect of Sopla, the Skullcrag Princess. So being able to add back stuff like you is really useful to the extra decks. So honestly, that is really good. And then we have Minir, the Defiant Skull-clad Spirit. Level 2 Wind Zombie Effect monster, 0 defense and 1000 attack. And during the turn that this card was normal summon, send this face card from your field to the graveyard. Choose one Gygust the Defiant Soul or Sulfurase the Defiant Soul and one ritual spell card in your graveyard and add them to the hand. So we're free ritual summoning, which is absolutely great for this deck. Overall, I'm very impressed so far. Next up, we have the Skullrise Squall. It's a normal spell card with no requirement and allows you to ritual summon Gygust Velger, the Defiant Sword, or the Soul-clad Sword, by sending face-up zombie monsters on your field to the graveyard whose combined levels total 5 or more as material, and you cannot use more than necessary. If you sent a monster whose original name is Gygust, the Defiant Soul, to the graveyard with this effect, you can choose one face-down card on your opponent's field and destroy it. Free removal, that's very useful. And then we have the one for Skullrise. So Skullrise Violence, being another ritual spell, and there's no requirement. It allows you to summon out the other ritual monster by sending face-up monsters on your field to the graveyard whose total level combined 3 or more, and you cannot use more monsters than necessary for the material. And if you sent a monster whose originally named Sophrase, the Defiant Soul, to the graveyard with this effect, draw 1. Okay, that's understandable. Next up, we have Blowing Skullrise, another normal spell card. You place one card From the hand on the bottom of the deck, choose one Wind Zombie monster or one Destined Doomed of the Defiant Souls in your graveyard and add it to the hand. Okay, so recycling Wind Zombies or a specific card. That's really good. Next up, we have Beginning Skullrise. It's a normal spell card, and during a turn that you have not activated Beginning Skullrise, send one Gygas the Defiant Soul or one Soul Phrase the Defiant Soul from your hand to the graveyard to draw 3 cards. If there are 4 or more monsters in your graveyard, then send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard. This card's gonna get hit. Even though you can only activate 1 of it per turn, it's a draw 3 for Defiant Soul. That's absolutely crazy, honestly. Then we have Destined Doom of the Defiant Soul. Hey, the card that this card mentions. Cool. When your opponent normals or special summons a monster, choose up to 2 level 5 or lower Wind Zombie monsters in attack position on your field. During this turn, that monsters cannot be destroyed by battle or your opponent's card effects. Protection is protection. That's actually really good. And honestly, Defiant Souls look really good and really playable, especially with the older support. Next up, let's look at the Sparkheart cards. I remember covering these a while back, and honestly, they have a ritual monster being Sparkhearts Passion Girl. It's a level 5 fire spellcaster ritual effect monster with 2000 attack, 1600 defense, and the requirement is to send 1 other card from your hand or field to the graveyard. You choose 1 card on your opponent's field and destroy it. Then if Sparks or a curtain of Sparks is in your graveyard, inflict 700 damage to your opponent. You cannot activate this effect of Sparkheart's Passion Girl for the rest of the turn. So it's a once per turn effect, absolutely fine, because honestly, burning is really, really good, and having restrictions on it is also really, really useful. And then we also have Sparkhearts Anish. She is a level 6 fire spellcaster effect monster with 1800 attack, 1200 defense, and if Sparks or Curtain of Sparks is in your graveyard, you can special summon this card from your hand to your field face up. Having a deck based around Sparks is really cool. I really like this. During the main phase, this card was normal or special summoned. Send the top 3 cards of your deck to the graveyard, then choose 1 fire spellcaster amongst them and add it to the hand. You cannot activate the effects of Sparkhearts Anish for the rest of the turn. Okay, so they're adding once per turns to the effects. That's really useful and definitely something to look out for in the future, so they're not abusable at all. Then we have a reprint of Sparkheart Girl, which I remember covering, Sparks as well, and then we have Curtains of Sparks. So finally, let's get into the Great Moth cards. Um, they changed Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth into a fusion monster. Instead of having an effect where you have to wait more than, I think it was 7 turns, and it is a level 8 Earth Insect Fusion monster with 3500 attack and 3000 defense, and it takes Great Mothing a Cocoon of Evolution. Now, one of the reasons why they did this, a level 8 monster with a 3500 attack stack is big, and it's either become a fusion, ritual, or you can become a legend card, and honestly, legend carding Great Moth Perfectly Ultimate Great Moth was not a good idea. So they decided to go with a fusion, which honestly is understandable because now you have another fusion to go with it, being Pupitating Larvae Moth. It is a level 6 Earth Insect Fusion effect monster with 500 attack and 2000 defense. Takes Petite Moth plus 1 level 5 or lower insect monster. You can contact fusion this card. Honestly, you need it. You send the top card of the deck to the graveyard. This card names becomes Cocoon of Evolution until the end of the turn. Then you can fusion summon an Earth Insect monster by sending monsters from your hand or field, including this card, to the graveyard as material. So you're fusion summoning for a fusion monster. Or you could fusion summon into another copy of it, and then fusion summon into another copy, and then fusion summon into this. But honestly, being able to go from this to this is really cool, and honestly, having to do it in all one turn, absolutely crazy to think about. Then we also have Petite Moth reprint. We have Great Moth. It's a level 8 Earth Insect effect monster, and you can special summon this card from your hand by sending 1 face-up Petite Moth on your field to the graveyard. Cool. Does not need Cocoon of Evolution, which is absolutely fine. And then finally, we have Cocoon of Evolution. It's a level 3 Earth Insect monster, 0 attack and 2000 defense. The requirement is none, and fusion monster or fusion summon a level 8 or lower Earth Insect Fusion monster by sending monsters from your hand or field, including this card, to the graveyard as a material. They completely changed Cocoon of Evolution, and this is absolutely amazing. So 1 Petite Moth equals a big bungus. That is crazy to think about. Send that, special summon this 2600 attack monster you could instantly OTK if you're really, really lucky at the game by drawing multiple Petite Moth and multiple Great Moth, or just having a Cocoon, so you can go normal Petite Moth or summon Great Moth, normal Cocoon, cool fusion summon into this if you have another Petite Moth. So overall, um, this is kind of lackluster in my opinion so far, even though that we're missing cards. The Sparkheart stuff is Sparkhearts. It's gonna be Spark support, so they're gonna have to be extremely careful. But Defiant Soul really looks cool, and I really want to mess around with it to see how much it can do. But anyways, tell me what you guys think about the Rush Duel news down in the comments below, as it's very interesting how much they've been leaning towards Rush Duel and making them playable, where they're taking a lot of design spaces that the TCG could have and the OCG and putting into Rush Duel, like the new Great Moth stuff. Like, I would love to have a fusion retrain a perfectly ultimate Great Moth in the TCG. It would be a childhood dream of mine, and seeing it in Rush Duel is absolutely amazing. But anyways, I've been BoltSpider, and I'll see you all in the next video. If you all enjoyed this video, hit that like button down below, and if you want to show support, please hit that subscribe button as well. And I do also have channel memberships, and if you want to support the channel more, it would be much appreciated. Thank you to FGH for supporting the channel, and I'll see you all in the next video.